So that does it for all my topics that I've brought. We've got questions, and you said you had a few topics and questions
I
as
do.
well.
I had some friends over on the Team Terrible group. I let them know that I was going to be coming over tonight, and I said, hey, guys, hook me up with some questions. So our friend LaDerek over on Facebook, hashtag Team Terrible, if you want to join that group, and he says Justice League is what he wants to talk about is Justice League and the possibility of Superman being a bad guy in the black suit. So let's break this down a little bit, because if I'm not mistaken, and you guys can probably correct me, this black suit tease was for Man of Steel 2.
I don't know. I just saw Henry Cavill post it and put hashtag Superman.
So we
there.
don't know.
Yeah, we don't know for sure on what it is.
I think what it is, and this is kind of a spoiler, but I think he will be wearing it in Justice League. Complete with long hair.
As the resurrected Superman, he's going to have the black suit. You think he's going to have the beard?
That would be
he's gonna
so
look
awesome.
So freaking hard.
Yeah. We've already seen Superman with a beard in Man of Steel. So, getting the long hair, I think it would be really cool.
I've seen him with the long hair in the comics. I've never seen him with a beard in the comics. Has he ever rocked one?
Yeah, Alan Moore.
What was that?
Oh, my God.
Well, my thing is they've already went with part of that story. Why not go all out with it?
Right.
Kingdom
Absolutely.
Come. Kingdom Come, and that's not Alan Moore. That's
Who wrote that?
So
I mean, Alex Ross did the art, but I can't remember who wrote it.
Are we looking forward to Justice League?
Yes.
Everything
I thought
considered?
the trailer looked great.
Mark
I
Waid.
did too.
Oh, Mark Waid did it?
Mark Waid and Alex Ross were the writers on that.
Oh, okay.
I'm excited about Justice League. I think it's going to be a really good movie. As long as they figure out how to pace a movie with that many superheroes.
Sure.
Marvel does a really good job about it. So I think if they learn how to do it, it will be very good. I liked the trailer. Bruce Wayne finding all of these people and everything. I think it's awesome. Can't wait to see Jason Momoa and his rippling biceps of gloriousness.
Looking like a badass with that electric guitar and his armor on. Did you see that picture? He's got the full-on Aquaman armor on, and he's like shredding on a freaking guitar. He looks so metal. It's funny.
That's awesome.
That is cool.
He's a great... I really like him. I really like the cast of the Justice League. I think that Ben Affleck, Bruce Wayne as the character that brings them all together with Wonder Woman is a cool spin on it. And I like this whole... more smart alecky version of the characters. Like, you can see a little bit, I don't want to call it humor like Marvel does. There's a definite difference in the way that they're doing it. But when Ben Affleck's like, I hear you can talk to fish or whatever at the end of the trailer, you're like, hell yeah. Because Momoa was like this giant hulking figure, and like, he's still Batman. He's like, yeah, I hear you can talk to fish. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I wonder, and I guess this is where we'll end this topic on, is Superman going to be a bad guy in the first Justice League?
I don't think so.
I think if they do the same thing that I'm thinking they're going to do, Luthor will get out. He will have some kind of DNA, and he will clone Superman, and that will be the Superman that occupies the world for a while. But that Superman is going to start breaking down, and that will become Bizarro Superman.
Fascinating.
And then somehow, I can't remember how it all goes, but Superman will come back, and he'll be in the black suit. I don't think he's going to be a villain, though.
Doesn't Superman have some sort of technology within him that can bring people back to life? He has some sort of really powerful Kryptonian technology. We'll have to look into it.
I'm not sure off the top of my head, to be honest.
Well, that was cool. Appreciate you guys answering that question. I have one more, but we'll pass it on.
Let's see, from, hopefully I pronounced this guy's name right.
Arcari.
Tyler Arcari. Where has my gear progression gone? I will say it is sitting right next to Jack Sparrow's rum.
This is the Final Fantasy question, correct?
No. He's talking about like in games, pretty much all together. You look at Destiny, you look at The Division, you look at pretty much anything that's going on right now with these faux MMO type deals. It is a gear treadmill now. It's not a gear progression where you level up your gear gets better as you go. It's always the chase for a better and bigger weapon or
Understood.
better and bigger armor. And older games used to be where you had this, you went and you got this awesome armor and it leveled up as you went.
You can keep building that specific
Yeah.
armor instead of having to look for rare items or something like
Yeah.
that.
So, and I think that unfortunately is the sign of the times, is that people want to be able to go in and play a mission and get a new gun that's better than what they had, and that makes them happy.
Can
And
you buy that shit on in-app purchases or in-game purchases?
you can, but if the game is done well, you have to play the game to buy it.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
I don't see the more commercial games going back to gear progression. I see them staying with the model of the gear treadmill that keeps people playing a lot longer, it seems, because a lot of people are still playing Destiny at this point and fixing to play even more because there's a new DLC. So that's where it's went.
Very cool.
Out the window. With the
Next is from Derek Daniel. If Derek is on the show this week, try and get to my thesis that I wrote last week. I have another question, though, as Derek and I were discussing some of the Flash Season 3 news, and it got me to thinking, do you think this season of Flash might take a step back or be underwhelming? The reason I ask is because this happened to Arrow. The first 2 seasons were packed with action and great plot. Then when Season 3 was announced and they said Ra's al Ghul would be the main villain, everyone was ecstatic. Then after the season was over, it felt sort of disappointing. So do you believe Flash might suffer a similar fate, or have they learned their lesson? I do think it's a possibility, because I will say the Flash has been so good that it really has nowhere to go but down. Eventually, there were disappointing moments in season 2. Any interaction with Barry and Iris, I tuned out
Was
because
it cringeworthy?
pretty close. I think Arrow is going to bounce back this year because Stephen Amell's done interviews saying that he wants to take the show back to
Its roots.
the gritty realism that was the first 2 seasons. So I think I will give an early prediction. I think Arrow Season 5 will be better than Flash Season 3. I will say Flash has it ended on a very big and good cliffhanger. But I just think that they're due for some type of stumble. And I know that's bad saying that, but I don't see Flash being able to maintain it, at least not for this season.
And I haven't watched season 2. I know people were talking about doing the Flashpoint Paradox type deal.
That's what
with
it
this
seems
season.
like it's going to after the end of season 2, from what I understand.
Yeah. So I'm really interested in that. Also saw something about the Black Flash.
Yeah.
So if they're doing the Darkest Days storyline, that's going to be pretty interesting because the Black Flash is pretty much a zombie.
yeah.
Oh, he's been on it, hasn't he?
No.
That
Who's
was
Tony Todd's character?
He was the voice of Zoom.
Zoom. Okay, Zoom's not Black Flash.
No.
Okay.
he's being very vague, so no spoilers. That's
Copy
what,
that.
I'm trying to save everything for
Yeah,
you.
yeah, I appreciate that. So I can see where you're going with. I just hope it's is good. It's worth.
I mean, I
watching.
do too. I don't want it to be bad.
Yeah, we
but
don't
I
want to be
I
an
th-
Agents of Shield.
Yeah.
And they're having to bring Supergirl into the fold, which could dramatically change the dynamic of the show. I think that Flash is one of those characters whose storyline is so convoluted that at least it has the opportunity to course correct whenever it needs to. It can just reset the timeline, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it can get longevity there, but I think their villain of the week format gets a little tiresome on any shows, especially when we're used to such cinematic experiences now with a narrative that goes all the way through.
Have you seen this?
The picture of
Yeah.
Superman's butt?
No.
Oh.
Oh, they changed that.
Yeah.
They changed
Did it
it.
say on?
No, it used to say in.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. So hopefully, Derek Daniel, that answers your question. Oh yeah. Wait, Superman is what? They should have cast Tom Welling, by the way. That
They should
disappointed
have.
me. Robbie Rawls, and we've never answered this question. but now I think we have to.
What's up, Robbie?
What flavor ice cream do I taste like? We've teased quite a few podcasts by saying next week we will answer the question, does Robbie taste like ice cream?
It's what flavor does Robbie taste like?
Yeah.
You want me to just kick it off?
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Orange sherbet, dude. Give me a break.
I'm going to say chocolate vanilla swirl.
Cherry and strawberry ice cream mixed together because of the most vile freaking thing in the world.
Strawberry's the best.
God, why would you put that next to chocolate and vanilla? Like, who does that? Who are you, you animals?
They make chocolate or strawberry and cherry ice cream?
No, but I'm just saying, like, it would be the most disgusting thing ever.
Yeah, cherry is just not good in ice cream.
On a footnote, Derek Daniel says, my real answer is for Nerd Cave After Dark, but my G-rated answer would be Bunny Tracks.
Nice.
We have to do that one day. Nerd Cave After Dark. It has to happen.
We'll make that as a goal on Patreon.
Yeah.
Like, when we hit a certain goal, we'll do a Nerd Cave After Dark. So
Yeah.
take off the gloves.
Let's see. We answered Adam Gumbert's question, and then Matt Feely says, with 3 exclamation points, Skyrim Remastered.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
I can't wait
I'm
for it to
excited
come
for
out. It looks gorgeous. Hopefully they'll have the mod support for the console versions and everything.
I was never able to finish it, so I'll be excited to get the remastered one.
I won't be playing it. I'm just going to be honest because
Yeah.
I put too many hours into it already.
Yeah.
About 400.
New game or new quests? I mean, is it the same game?
I
With
think
new
it's
expansions.
it's the same game, all the expansions into one, but they've done the graphics
Sure.
up again. So.
God, the dragon battles are going to be amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
very cool.
So I'm not going to get it. I already put 400 hours in, so I'm not letting that game suck any more out of my life.
I feel that.
So
Yeah.
exciting though. I'm glad that Bethesda is finally putting that out because
Yeah.
they did that before they even started on Fallout 4. So I think it's going to be great. Just like y'all have been great this episode.
Oh man,
Aw.
thanks. You got a topic, or is you going off those?
No, I don't have any.
Okay, I've got one more.
I took the whole show.
Yeah, that's great notes, man. You did really good. See if I can get back to what I was looking at. Here we go. We got one more from KS Fernandez, our friend from Chimichanga Talk. What's up, buddy? Are you guys familiar with his content?
Mm-hmm.
He's got the Deadpool puppet.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
those guys. Love
Yeah,
those guys.
I met him this past year, the year before at Pensacon.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, he's a great
Yeah.
guy. They're actually going to be at Creative Con, I think this weekend coming up. Could be wrong, but you guys make sure to check their page. They'll let you know. But his question is the casual fan versus the fandom. How Hollywood's perception of geek culture has created a new breed of geek.
Interesting.
Does that make sense to anybody?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense
All
to
right,
me.
talk to me. Somebody give me a first answer.
New breed of geek. I definitely think there are 2 different types. I've seen this. It wasn't really a meme. It was more like a little comic strip that someone drew. It was a casual fan. It was 2 fans going to see Civil War. You had your diehard comic book fan who had read the whole Civil War story, and then you had your casual fan. And the casual fan was really excited, like, oh, this movie looks really cool. It's got Captain America fighting Iron Man. And the diehard fan, or the one who had read the comic book, was like, well, actually, this, and this happened in the comic book.
Great point.
So, my view, that's an awesome meme, by the way. That's what I instantly thought of. I love Archer. It's so good.
Uh-huh.
I really, there's no wrong type of fan, in my opinion. If you just like the movies and don't want to read the comic books, that's perfectly fine. Because, that's what a lot of people are doing because those movies have made a lot of money.
Right.
If you are a diehard comic fan and you don't like the movies, then just read the comic books and don't go see the movies.
Absolutely. Do you
Because-
think that's what the implication was, is like the difference between moviegoers who just like to go see superhero movies and fans who are actually immersed in the lore, they're lifelong comic book readers, things like that.
Yeah.
Is that what you think he was kind of alluding to? I'd kind of come from it from the perspective of being, and you guys know me, I'm a movie reviewer first and foremost. I do have a history of comic books, so every once in a while my fandom overlaps with the movies that I'm going to see, but I am very much one of those people that in 2008 when X-Men, but when Iron Man came out, it re-sparked my love for the whole comic book genre. I started digging out old books, but then thinking about it, I saw Blade, I saw Daredevil, I saw The Crow, I saw the original Batman, so it's something that it stayed with me for a little while, but I do see how he's saying that Hollywood specifically is creating a new breed of fans because the market's saturated with comic book movies right now. I'm not going to say oversaturated, but there's so many of them at the Cineplex that if a family wants to go see a movie, chances are pretty good they're going to buy a ticket to a comic book movie. So that's a very valid point, and I hope that answered your question, KS. Thank you for submitting that, our friend.
Yeah.
Unless anybody had anything to add to it.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll add just a quick aside to it all.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to you can look at this with gamers and everything. You have gamers that sit down and put in hours upon hours every year. I'm talking about thousands of hours into whatever game they're liking. Okay, several games, whatever you want to say. And then you have the people that are on their phones playing Candy Crush or playing different things when they're bored or when they're waiting in line.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can go up to these people and say, "Are you a gamer?" They're going to say no.
Right.
Because when you associate, okay, you're a gamer, you're sitting in front of a TV screen or a computer screen and you're putting in those hours. But those people are playing a game on their phone, so technically they are a gamer. The same thing goes with the movie things. Comic book fans. You read the comic books and you're a fan of those. Comic book movie fans are a totally different breed. You can be both of them.
Right.
But if you're a comic book fan and you go watch a movie, you can't go in and assume it's going to be the exact same thing that you read on the page.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just kind of like The Killing Joke. Killing Joke, great rendition of the graphic novel. It was not frame by frame.
No.
Of the graphic novel. So it's all in what you want it to be and all in what you expect it to be. So go in with a grain of salt. Go in to be excited. Don't nitpick everything. I think that's why I enjoyed Batman vs. Superman so much. Like, it was just an awesome movie to me. And every little like reference or Easter egg, I was like having a nerdgasm over there.
Yeah.
So, that's how I like to go in because people are so negative these days about everything. Look back in the day. We didn't have this kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Be happy with what you get.
Be happy we don't have Superman 4: The Quest for Peace.
What?
God,
Love that one.
God, that was bad.
It's so bad. Almost in the so bad it's good category, but that was a nice button, dude. Totally agree. That's a good point. Yep.
So, guys, thank you for watching, listening, tuning in, whatever, to this awesome episode of the Nerd Cave Podcast. Jeremy, where can they find you?
Check out the local skating ring. I'm normally there, kind of
Skateland?
Yeah, cruising around.
A little seedy, wearing dark clothing.
Check me out at Be Terrible Movies on YouTube. Also, you can check out Jeremy Be Terrible on the Twitter, and check out hashtag Team Terrible over on Facebook. Can't wait to talk to you guys again. Again, thank you guys for having me over.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Jeremy, for coming on. Derek, where can they find us?
We are all over the social media machines. We are on Facebook. Just search for Nerd Cave. We're also on Twitter and Instagram at Nerd Cave Vids. You can check out this YouTube channel, which is at Nerd Cave. We also have our gaming channel, Nerd Cave Gaming.
Yeah, guys, we have Let's Plays throughout the week. A Throwback Thursday on Thursdays and all that good stuff. And guys, if you want to support us, you can go over to patreon.com/nerdcave. Toss us some money. Get some awesome stuff from bonus episodes to early access to fan mail to hangouts, everything. It's all there for you. And guys, that keeps the lights on.
Absolutely.
Keeps the lights on. And guys, this has been Zach.
Derek?
And Jeremy.
Have a week.
And be terrible.